Once upon a time, in the misty lands of Britain, the mighty Roman Empire packed up and left around 400 AD, abandoning grand roads and cities that slowly fell into ruin. The once bustling towns became ghost-like, with people scavenging stones from old walls to build simple homes. Life shifted to scattered farms and villages, where families huddled around fires, sharing tales of heroes and ghosts. Local chiefs rose to power in sturdy wooden halls, offering protection in exchange for loyalty, while folks traded at seasonal fairs and prayed to ancient gods or the new Christian saints for good harvests. Then came the fierce warriors from across the sea, the Anglo-Saxons, with their sharp spears and bold hearts. They arrived as hired fighters, but stayed, battling for fertile lands along rivers and hills, gradually building powerful kingdoms like Wessex, Mercia, and Northumbria. Daily life was a mix of hardship and joy, brutal battles with clashing shields, grand feasts to forge alliances, and simple laws sealed by oaths and precious gifts. Kings rose through clever marriages and victories, only to fall in defeats, but the common people plowed the fields, wove warm cloth from wool, and gave names to their homes inspired by sparkling streams, green meadows, and rugged hills that shaped their world. But peace was fleeting, as Vikings stormed in on sleek longships around 800 AD, their raids like thunder, striking monasteries for glittering gold, silver treasures, and unfortunate slaves. They conquered vast northern and eastern lands, creating the Danelaw, a place where Norse customs blended seamlessly with local ways, sharing hardy farming techniques, new words for everyday things, and even joyful weddings that united families across cultures. Amid the chaos, one legendary king, Alfred the Great, cleverly hid in foggy swamps, gathering loyal followers for clever guerrilla attacks, and eventually fought back with wisdom and courage. He built strong forts called burhs, minted reliable coins for trade, translated wise books into the people's language, and established fair laws that united the fractured land under his family's rule.
In 1066, the winds of change blew fiercely once more when William from Normandy crossed the Channel with his army of knights and archers, claiming the throne after a fateful, bloody battle at Hastings, where arrows darkened the sky. As the new king, he redistributed lands to his trusted followers, erecting towering stone castles that dotted the landscape like watchful giants, symbolizing unbreakable power. He created a feudal system, a grand pyramid where peasants toiled on vast manors, lords collected heavy taxes and rents, knights swore oaths of service, and churches stood as pillars of faith, teaching morals and keeping detailed records of births, deaths, and disputes. Years rolled on with endless wars, betrayals, and tough times that tested everyone's spirit. A horrifying plague, the Black Death, swept through in 1348 like a dark shadow, claiming half the lives and leaving villages eerily silent with empty homes and overgrown fields. Yet the survivors rose stronger, demanding higher wages for their scarce labor, gaining more freedoms like moving to towns for better lives, and sparking rebellions that shook the old order. Fierce conflicts like the Wars of the Roses erupted, where noble families clashed over the crown, using red and white roses as proud symbols, turning brother against brother in muddy battles and cunning plots.
Finally, by 1500, as the medieval era faded, Britain emerged with tough, enduring laws, lively, bustling towns full of merchants and craftsmen, and fresh ideas about rights and trade that planted the seeds for the modern world we know today. Through waves of invasions, deadly disasters, and fierce struggles, the resilient people of Britain learned to adapt cleverly, build unbreakable communities, and dream of brighter futures filled with hope and innovation. And so their story continues to inspire us, weaving through time like an endless tapestry of triumph over trials.